Welcome to the official celebration of the 246th anniversary of the Declaration of the Independence of the United States of America. My name is Tantel Raswanaev, and it is my honor to be your Master of Ceremony today. Let me begin by extending our gratitude to each and every one of you for coming here today and by offering a special note of appreciation to all of our sponsors whose generous support made this event possible. It is so nice to finally convene after a 2-year hiatus brought about by COVID-19. Tumklasi tumkvavy, miarahaba anareo, tonga soa amin'izao lanonana ofisialy izao, ankalazana ny tsingeritaona fa 470 nanambarana ny fahaleovantenan'i Etazonia izao. Tantely Rasoanaivo ny anarako, ary voninahitra ho ahy no mandrindra izao lanonana izao. Mamela hisantatra izany amin'ny fanehoana fisaorana eram-po eran-tsaina ho antsika rehetra tsy ankanavaka tonga namaly izao fanasana izao, ary tsindriana manokana eto ireo mpiara-miombonantoka sy malala-tanana rehetra tamin'ny fanohanana ny fikarakarana izao lanonana izao. Mahafaly anay sy ny mifanaritra aminareo eto indray raha toka no sakana ny valana retina COVID-19 izany tato anatin'ny 2 taona lasa. Today, we will begin the ceremony with the Malagasy national anthem, followed by the U.S. national anthem, performed by Randria Mianzasu Quartet, featuring Siti Rakutu. Then we will enjoy 2 speeches, one by Her Excellency Claire Pierangelo, Ambassador of the United States of America to the Republic of Madagascar and the Union of Comoros. The other by His Excellency Richard Ndiamanjatu, Minister of Foreign Affairs representing the government of the Republic of Madagascar. After the speeches, we will proceed with the traditional toast and a cake cutting ceremony. Throughout the event, we will continue to enjoy Randria Mianzasu Quartet and Siti Rakutu's music. The band is led by Santa Randria Mianzasu, the first Malagasy Fellow of the United States Department-funded cultural program called One Bit. Without further ado, let us start with the national anthems. Toy izao ary ny usotry ny lanonantsika anio. Isantarana izany ny fanarahantsika ny hira-pirenena malagasy sy amerikana, iangalin'ny Randria Mianzasu Quartet sy Siti Rakutu. Aoriana izany dia hanaraka lahateny roa mifanesy isika, izay ataondra matoajaina Claire Pierangelo, ambassadeur-ny Etazonia eto Madagasikara sy misahana ny nosy Komoro. Aorian'izay dia hanaraka ny lahateny Ndriamatoa Richard Ndiamanjatu, ministry ny raharaham-bahiny sady misolotena ny gouvernementan'ny Repoblikan'i Madagasikara. Aorian'ireo andiana lahateny ireo kosa dia hiarahana angavera ho an'ny firarian-tsoa isika mialohan'ny fanapahana mofomamy. Mandritra izao lanonana izao dia ankafy ny mozikan'ny Randria Mianzasu Quartet sy Siti Rakutu isika, tarika izay tarihan'ny Tsanta Randria Mianzasu, malagasy voalohany nisitraka ny vatsim-piofanana sy fifanakalozana ara-kolontsaina tohanan'ny departementam-panjakana amerikana antsoina hoe One Beat Program. Zay ary no ela tokolasy tonkivavy, hanomboka ny lanonana isika izao amin'ny fanarahana ireo hira-pirenena mifandimby.
Ritany mdrazanay malala ry Madagasikara soa, ny fitiavanay anao tsy miala fa anao toritoko. Taionao ry zanary, tsy nosin-drazanay ity, iadana sy ho finaritra, sambatra tokoa izay. Ritanindrazanay malala irinay mba hanomponanao ny tena sy fofanay zay sarobidy sy mendrika tokoa taionao ry zanary tinosindrazanay ity iadana sy ho finaritra sambatra tokoa izay ritanindrazanay malala irinay mba hitainanao ka ilaina ary izao tontolo izao no fototra ijorony satanao taionao ry zanary tinosindrazanay ity iadana sy ho finaritra sambatra tokoa izay taionao ry zanary tinosindrazanay ity iadana sy ho finaritra sambatra tokoa izay. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say down the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free. The
Thank you to Ranjia Miyazasu Quartet and Siti Rakut for such a wonderful performance of both national anthems. It is now my pleasure to introduce Her Excellency, the Ambassador of the United States of America to the Republic of Madagascar and the Union of Comoros, the Honorable Claire Pierangelo, to deliver her remarks. Isaorana anareo handre mianja soa quartet sy City Rakoto tamin'izay fiangaliana mahafinaritra ny hira-pirenena rotonta izay. Izao ary dia manasa anareo ampanajana hanaraka ny lahateninany ramatoa ajaina Claire Pierangelo, ambasadaoron'ny Etazonia eto Madagasikara sy misahana ny Nosy Comore.
Thank you, and Tung Su. Your Excellency, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Government of Madagascar members, honorable guests and partners, ladies and gentlemen.
Saotra tompoko, ny voalohanteny dia tonga soa. Andriamatoa ny minisitry ny raharaham-bahiny, ianareo mpikambana ao amin'ny governementan'i Madagasikara, ianareo vahiny sy mpiara-miombonantoka hajaina, tompoko lahy sy tompoko vavy.
Thank you for welcoming me to Madagascar and for joining us today to celebrate the 246th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence of the United States of America.
Misaotra anareo ny arahaba tonga soa teto Madagasikara, ary misaotra ihany koa tonga manotrina anay anio ao anatin'izao fankalazana ny fa-1970 taona nanambarana ny fahaleovantenan'i Etazonia.
The United States and Madagascar have enjoyed relations for more than 150 years. And today, our countries continue to make progress together, like Pirala Mianal, on a host of issues, from humanitarian assistance and good governance to public health and national security.
Efa 50 taona mahery izao ny fiara-miasa teo amin'ny Madagasikara sy Etazonia, ary niara-ny asa tao anatin'ny tetikasa maro sy programa maro samihafa, ao anatin'izany ny fanampiana maha-olona sy ny resaka fiarovana ny tontolo iainana.
The United States is the leading provider of humanitarian assistance to Madagascar, having committed more than 100 million since 2020. And our projects in the South address food insecurity by feeding those at risk, as well as assisting farmers with agricultural recovery. And we welcome the efforts of the government of Madagascar to lead development partners and local communities in building greater resilience to increasingly more frequent climate shocks.
Etazonia araka izany no mpamatsy vola voalohany amin'ny sehatry ny fanampiana ny mponina eto Madagasikara, ary $100 no nomeny nanomboka ny taona 2020. Ny tetikasanay any atsimo dia miady amin'ny tsy fanjarian-tsakafo, amin'ny alalan'ny famahanana ireo olona marefo sy ny fanampiana ny tantsaha amin'ny fanarenana ny fambolena. Mankasitraka ny ezaka ataon'ny fanjakana malagasy izahay amin'ny fitariana ireo mpiara-miombonantoka amin'ny fampandrosoana sy ny vondrom-piarahamonina eo an-toerana amin'ny fanamafisana ny tohibely hiatrehana ny fikorontanana ny toetrandro.
I'm so pleased to announce that the U.S. government has recently identified Madagascar as a resilience-focused country to offer new development resources and greater programmatic support, focusing on helping Madagascar to adapt and cope with their evolving challenges.
Faly aho mampahafantatra anareo fa vao aingana ny USAID na ny sampandraharaha Amerikanina misahana fampandrosoana iraisam-pirenena no nifidy a Madagasikara ho firenena lara-pahamehana amin'ny tohibely, ka hanome loharano mpampandrosoana vaovao sy fanohanana lehibe kokoa, hanampiana Madagasikara hiatrika ireo fanamby tsy mitsaha mitombo.
Additionally, President Biden recently announced that Madagascar will participate in the U.S. government's Feed the Future initiative. This flagship development initiative will also tap further resources to improve food security and nutrition of the Malagasy people.
Fanampin'izay, vao avy nanambara ny Filoha Biden tamin'ny fihaonam-ben'ny G7 andro vitsy lasa izay, fa hampiditra ny Madagasikara ao anatin'ny firenena hisitraka ny tetikasa Feed the Future izay amin'ny fanjakana Amerikanina. Ity hetsika fampandrosoana sangany ity ihany koa dia hikarohana loharano hafa, hanatsarana ny fanjarian-tsakafo sy ny sakafon'ny Malagasy.
Sir, with these two initiatives and other potential support from Washington, I hope that the cooperation between our two countries deepens and grows over the next few years.
Miaraka amin'ireo tetikasa roa ireo ary sy ireo fanohanana hafa mety ho azo avy any Washington, dia manantena aho fa hiamafy sy hitombo ny fiara-miasa eo amin'ny firenentsika anatin'ireo taona mifandimby.
I want to applaud the government of Madagascar's efforts to modernize its judiciary, to improve public resource management, and to enhance public service delivery through greater participation of its citizens. I'd like to specifically recognize the members of the judiciary here with us today who play an invaluable role in strengthening Madagascar's institutions and combating corruptions. You are welcome.
Te hiderany ezaka ataon'ny fanjakana malagasy aho amin'ny fanavaozana ny rafi-pitsarana sy ny fanatsarana ny fitantanana ny erem-panjakana ary ny fampivoarana ny tolotra ho any daholobe amin'ny alalan'ny fandraisana anjara mavitrika kokoa ataon'ireo olom-pirenena. Eto aho dia te ankasitraka manokana ireo tompon'andraikitra eo anivon'ny fitsarana tonga eto androany izay manana andraikitra lehibe amin'ny fanamafisana ny androm-panjakana eto Madagasikara sy amin'ny ady amin'ny kolikoly.
In the health sector, we remain a committed partner and the largest donor. We are the largest donor of COVID-19 vaccines, and we applaud the Ministry of Health's efforts to increase access to these safe and effective vaccines. And we look forward to a decision soon by the government of Madagascar to expand the eligibility of vaccines to the youth ages 12 to 18. Don't worry, we have a lot of those classes. We know that widespread vaccination is the surest path to recovering from the pandemic, rebuilding our communities, and reinvigorating our economies.
Eo amin'ny sehatry ny fahasalamana kosa indray, dia mijanona ho mpiara-mombonantoka voalohany sy mpamatsy vola lehibe indrindra Etazonia. Mbola Etazonia ihany koa no mpamatsy vaksiny fanefitry ny COVID-19 lehibe indrindra eto Madagasikara, izay nanome fatra mahery ny roa faingo iray tapitrisa nanomboka tamin'ny volana Jolay 2020. Isaorany etona ny Ministeran'ny Fahasalamam-bahoaka amin'ny famporisihana ny olona hisitraka izany vaksiny azo antoka sy mahomby izany. Miandrandra ny fanapa-kevitry ny fanjakana malagasy izahay amin'ny fantarana ny fahazahoana vaksiny ho an'ireo ankizy sy tanora 12 hatramin'ny 12 taona. Fantatsika fa ny fanaovana vaksiny ihany no lalana azo antoka indrindra hialana amin'ity valanaretina ity sy hanarenana ny fiarahamonina ary ny toe-karenan'ny firenena.
The U.S. has also invested over $60 million in the last decade in programs to promote sustainability, to improve local livelihoods, and to bolster good governance of natural resources. And we'll continue this work in collaboration with the government of Madagascar in order to ensure future generations of Malagasy people can benefit from the country's unparalleled biodiversity and other natural resources.
Nampiasa vola mahery ny $80 tapitrisa Etazonia tao anatin'ny 10 taona tamin'ny fandaharana asa fampiroboroboana maharitra sy fanatsarana ny fiveloman'ny olona eo amin'ny toerana ary ho fanamafisana ny fitantanana ireo arena voajanahary. Ho tohizantsika ny asa miaraka amin'ny fanjakana malagasy sy ireo mpisehatra tsy miankina ary ireo fikambana ny fiarahamonim-pirenena ho fitsinjovana ireo taranaka faramandimby ka ahafahan'izy ireo ihany koa misitraka sy mahazo tombotsoa avy amin'ireo zava-manan'aina tsy manam-paharoa eto Madagasikara sy ireo arena voajanahary hafa.
We remain committed to facing our shared security concerns in Madagascar and the broader Indian Ocean region, and we commend the progress of the Ministry of Defense in restructuring the Malagasy Armed Forces to better face the challenges of our time, and we work closely with them. We look forward to future cooperation.
Vonina hatrany Etazonia amin'ny fiatrehana ireo olana iombonana momba ny fandriam-pahalemana eto Madagasikara sy ny any amin'ny faritra ny ranomasimbe Indiana. Ankasitrahana ny ezaka nataon'ny Ministeran'ny Fiarovam-pirenena tamin'ny fanavaozana ny tafika malagasy mba hiatrehany amin'ny fomba mahomby kokoa ireo fanamby amin'izao fotoana izao. Manana tetikasa maromaro izahay izay antenainay fa hitondra anjara biriky amin'ny fahombiazanareo.
And as your country approaches the 2023 national elections, we remain committed to supporting the development of your democratic institutions and processes. And to that end, I am pleased to announce an additional $1 million in USAID programming to help Madagascar build on its recent democratic successes.
Amin'izao ankatoko ny fifidianana nasionaly amin'ny taona 2024 izao dia hanohanoana ny Madagasikara hatrany Etazonia amin'ny fampandrosoana ny androm-panjakana sy ny dingana demokratika ao firenena. Kasika izany indrindra dia mbola fifaliana ho ahy hatrany ny manambara fa izy teti-bola $1 tapitrisa fanampiny amin'ny fandaharana asan'ny USAID hanampiana ny Madagasikara amin'ny fanamafisana ny demokrasia izay manomboka hita ny fijoroany.
I'm also pleased to announce that the Peace Corps just gave final approval for the return of Peace Corps volunteers, and they will begin returning to Madagascar in August after a 2.5-year absence. The Peace Corps volunteers serve in close partnerships with local communities since 1993, and we're thrilled to renew that partnership. Thank you. We're excited too.
Faly ihany koa aho mampahafantatra anareo fa vao avy nanome fankatoavana farany ny fiverenan'ireo mpilatsaka tsy sitrapo avy ao amin'ny corps de la paix ary hanomboka hiverina eto Madagasikara izy ireo ny volana aogositra taorian'ny 2 taona sy tapany tsy nahateto azy ireo. Ireo mpilatsaka tsy sitrapo avy ao amin'ny corps de la paix dia niara-niasa akaiky tamin'ireo mponina teny amin'ny toerana nisy azy nanomboka ny taona 1979 ary faly izahay fa afaka hanavao izany fiara-miasa izany.
So finally, let me just say that the bond between the American and the Malagasy people is strong, deep, and broad. Le Pirangelo. As I begin my own journey through the forest with the Malagasy people, I look forward to getting to know as many of you as possible, furthering our progress and strengthening our ties. Let's see if I get this right. Misauch Tunku, and happy 4th of July.
Ary farany, mafy sy lalina ary mivelatra ny fifamatorana misy eo vahoaka Amerikana sy ny vahoaka Malagasy, ary tena tombo rahalahy mianala isika. Amin'izao fiatombohan'ny diako, mamakivaky ny ala miaraka amin'ny vahoaka Malagasy izao, dia tsy androko ny fankalalana aminareo rehetra, ahafahantsika manamafy ny ezaka efa natao sy manamafy ihany koa ny fifamatorana misy eo amintsika. Misaotra tompoko ary mirary fety ny 4 Jolay sambatra ho antsika rehetra.
Thank you. I'm sorry that was so long.
Thank you, Ambassador Pierangelo, for your warm remarks. Now, I would like to invite His Excellency, Richard Ndemajat, Minister of Foreign Affairs, representing the government of the Republic of Madagascar, to give a speech. Misaotra anao raha matoa ambassador tamin'izay lahateninao izay, izao kosa dia Manasa anao ampanajana Andriamatoa Richard Andriamandrato, ministra indrindra-mbahiny sady misolo tena ny gouvernementan'i Madagasikara, hitondra ny lahateninao.
Nobody is perfect. Your Excellency, dear colleagues from the government, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to celebrate a little bit ahead of time the 246th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence of the United States of America. I haven't made a translation in Malagasy, so I'm not sure you will translate or not, but since you're Malagasy, I'm sure you will be.
Hankalaza ny fahaenina amby 700 taona nahazoan'ny Etazonia fahaleovantenana dia somary lasa loa kely aza izany.
The US Embassy has chosen to have back-to-back the presentation of your credentials to the President Rajoelina, which took place yesterday, as well as the celebration of Independence Day today.
Omaly no nanolorana ny ramatoa Ambasadaoro ny taratasy manendry azy asa eto Madagasikara ary notolorany any Andriamatofiloha izany omaly ary androany indray dia fankalazana ny fahaenina amby 700 nahazoan'ny Etazonia ny fahaleovantenany.
And so, allow me to express our utmost congratulations to you on your nomination as Ambassador to Madagascar, and I'm sure that your experience in other countries will be an asset to the strengthening of our diplomatic relations.
Koa dia miarabanao ramatoa ambassador amin'izao fanendrenanao izao ary mino fa hanampy ny fifandraisana misy eo amin'ny roapota fifandraisana diplomatika ny traikefa anananao.
Despite some ups and downs, relations between Madagascar and the United States of America remain vibrant because they are based on mutual respect and solidarity between our peoples.
Ny amafy hatrany ary tsy voahozongozona ny fifandraisana nisy teo Madagasikara Etazonia satria mifototra amin'ny fifanajana sy ny firaisan-kinan'ireo mponinao aminy izany.
Sometimes, if not often, we join our voices to defend the same causes. And sometimes we have different assessment of global issues, but most of the time we are together when it comes to promoting human rights, democracy, freedom of expression, or defending peace and security in the world.
Mitovy matetika ny lara-pamena eo amin'ny firenena rototo saingy indraindray ihany koa dia misy ny fahasamihafana eo amin'ny fiatrehana ny olana iraisam-pirenena saingy iray mandrakariva Madagasikara sy Etazonia rehefa miresaka mikasika ny zoma olombelona sy ny demokrasia ary ny fahalalahana maneho hevitra ao anatin'izany ihany koa ny fiarovana ny fiadanana sy ny fandriam-pahalemana manerana an'izao tontolo izao.
And peace and security. Maintaining peace and security is a global concern, and the Malagasy government believes in the power of dialogue. In this regard, we think that multilateralism, one pillar of our foreign policy, is the best way to solve global issues. We noticed that the United States government under President Biden's administration has wisely framed return to multilateralism, and so we are in the same line of action as far as international affairs are concerned.
Ny fitandrona ny fandriam-pahalemana araka ny efa nolazaina teo no isan'ny olana iraisana. Ny fanjakana malagasy dia tia mifampiresaka ary ny multilateralisme araka izany no ivon'ny politika ny raharaham-bahiny. Laza araka izany ny fitondrana eo ambany fitarihan'ny président Biden fa hamerina izany multilateralisme izany. Koa araka izany dia mitovy ary iray ihany isika ao anatin'izay.
And so together, our nations can do much more at the United Nations level to address conflict prevention using diplomacy, good offices, and mediation.
Betsaka ny mbola azontsika atao eo amin'ny sehatry ny firenena mikambana, hisorohana ny disadisa ary ny diplomasia sy ny rafitra tsara rindra ary ny fampifandraisana no ahavitatsika izany.
Today we are facing common concerns. One of them is climate change. And yesterday, you remember, Your Excellency, the President Rajoelina shared with you his deep concern on the need to address the issue of drought in the south, as well as the frequency of devastating cyclones in Madagascar.
Eo ihany koa ny fiovavam-toetrandro izay olana iraisana. Vao omaly ny andriamatoa filoha Andry Rajoelina no nanambara ny tebitebiny sy ny ahiahy mikasika ny haintany any atsimo sy ireo rivo-doza izay namelan'i Madagasikara ny sesisesy teo.
Climate change in the world has made complicated the implementation of solutions to address food scarcity, particularly in the south, and ending hunger globally is one of the greatest challenges of our time. And so increasing agricultural production is at the heart of the solution. And President Rajoelina has launched a new initiative, as you know, to boost growth in agriculture through large irrigation projects in the south.
Sarotra araka izany ny famahana ny olana amin'ny tsy fanjariana ara-tsakafo vokatry ny fiovaovan'ny toetrandro. Ary misy ny mba ahafahana miady amin'izay tsy fanjarian-tsakafo izay dia ny fambolena ihany no vahaolana mahomby indrindra ary misy araka ny efa fantatsika ny tetikasa izay nambarany filohandry Rajoelina dia ny famatsin-drano any amin'ny
Fighting the root causes of hunger, poverty, and malnutrition in the world are considered as a threat to Madagascar as well as to the United States security in general. And we are happy to hear from you yesterday that your government will include Madagascar among the countries to benefit from the Feed for the Future initiative. Led by the USAID, this new initiative is aimed to bring partners together to address the root causes of hunger and poverty by boosting agriculture-led growth, resilience, and nutrition in countries with great need and opportunity for improvement. Under your tenure, Mr. John Dunlop, Mission Director of the USAID, interventions of your organization have increased in addressing agriculture and environment challenges. And today, we will officially acknowledge our appreciation to the work you have done.
Lahara-pameana ary anisany fahaindondrarany Etazonia ny iady amin'ny anoanana sy ny fahantrana ary ny tsy fanjarian-tsakafo ary faly izahay na eno omaly fa hisy ny tetikasa vaovao, fandarana asa vaovao dia tsy inona izany fa ilay Feed for the Future ary Madagasikara dia anisany hisitraka izany. Ny USAID no hitarika io tetikasa io amin'ny alalan'ny fanangonana ireo mpiara-mombon'antoka hafa ka hiady amin'ny anoanana sy ny hiady amin'ny anoanana ary hanatsara ny fambolena sy ny tohibely ary ny fanjariana ara-tsakafo eto amin'ny firenena. Teo ambany fitarihan'ny Andriamatoa John Dunlop, directeur général an'i USAID, dia nisy fiatsarana ary nitombo ny fahombiazany izany ekipa izany ary androany isika dia aneo fankasitrahana azy manokana.
And so, even if I'm improvising a little bit, may I just invite you to join us
Ary manasa anao
with a round of applause.
John Dunlop mba handroso eto anoloana.
Then there is another global concern, and that is environment. The United States of America provided responses to the threat to marine resources by strengthening sustainable resource management and climate-resilient economic development. The USAID Haitao, part of the larger Community Conservation Project, CCP, creates an enabling and empowering environment for effective community-based management and protection of Madagascar's biodiversity and natural resources, focusing on reducing vulnerability to climate change, reducing unsustainable natural resources, use of combating wildlife trafficking. Save Mena Beant Mena campaign is now raising national attention to protect this area, including controlling migration and allocating more budget to the Ministry of Environment. And you have been very instrumental for this project.
Ao anatin'ny olana izay atrehan'ny firenena ihany koa dia ny fiarovana ireo arena any an-dranomasina sy ny fanamafisana ny fitantanana ireo arena voajanahary ary ny ady amin'ny fiovaovan'ny toetrandro. Ny USAID Haitao izay tetikasa fantatsika loatra ao anatin'ilay Community Conservation Project dia izy ireo no nanamafy ny fiarovana ny tontolo iainana amin'ny alalan'ny fanomezana andraikitra ireo mponina eo an-toerana, iarovana ny iarovana ny harena voajanahary eto Madagasikara ary ampihenana ihany koa ny fanapahana ny ala sy iadiana amin'ny fanondranana tsokosoko ireo harena voajanahary. Ny campagne anankiray izay atao hoe Save Mena be Antimena dia isan'ny tena nanaitra ny olona tokoa teto Madagasikara, ary ao anatin'io Save Mena be Antimena io dia nanokana vola ary teti-bola ny ministeran'ny tontolo iainana miaraka amin'ny fiara-miasa amin'ny USAID mba hiarovana ny faritra Menabe ary isaorana manokana ny USAID ao anatin'izany tetikasa izany.
Trade and investment are also global concerns. The Malagasy government would like to further strengthen cooperation with the United States in the promotion of trade and investment. Madagascar regained AGOA access in January 2015, but unfortunately growth has been slow and remains fragile. But we shall find new ways to facilitate investments from American and Malagasy companies to benefit from AGOA.
Ao anatin'ny olana iraisana ihany koa ny varotra sy ny famatsiam-bola. Ny gouvernemanta malagasy, ny fanjakana malagasy dia te hanamafy ny fiara-miasa amin'ny Etazonia ao anatin'izany varotra sy famatsiam-bola izany. Na dia teo aza ny niverenan'i Madagasikara atao anatin'ny AGOA ny volana janoary 2024 dia mbola somary miadana dia miadana tokoa izany, ka hitady fomba vaovao izahay amin'ny alalan'ny fiara-miasa eo amin'ireo orinasa malagasy amerikana ahafahana misitraka indray izany AGOA izany.
During the visit of His Excellency Mr. Rajoelina, President of Madagascar, to the United States last April, the reintegration of Madagascar into the Millennium Challenge Corporation, MCC, was discussed. And re-eligibility to MCC will be, of course, a long journey, but we are ready to meet requirements, and we do need your support, Your Excellency, in this regard. So be assured that Madagascar government remains committed to deploy all efforts needed to fight in corruptions, fighting deforestation, enhancing reforestation and preservation of existing forests, and fighting human trafficking.
Nandritra ny fitsidihan'ny filohandro Rajoelina tany Etazonia dia noresahana tamin'izany ihany koa ny fiverenan'i Madagasikara ao anatin'ny MCC. Araka ny voalaza moa dia maro ireo masitsivana izay mbola mila enjehan'i Madagasikara ao anatin'izany fidirana indray ao amin'ny MCC izany, ary eto izahay Ramatoa Masoivo Ambasadaoro dia manantena sy mahatoky ny fanohananao hanampy anay ahafahanay misitraka indray izany MCC izany. Ao anatin'izay dia ilain'i Madagasikara ny miady amin'ny kolikoly, miady amin'ny fanombana ny ala ary hanamafisana ny fiarovana ny tontolo iainana, fiarovana ireo ala ary miady amin'ny fanondranana olona ntsokosoko.
Your Excellency, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, Madagascar remains deeply concerned about the economic consequences of the current crisis due to the war in Ukraine. The world lives in challenging, complicated, and even dangerous times, with uncertainties in the best way to address them. But we shall stand firm to promote a brighter and better future for the generation to come. And I remain optimistic about that future if we stand together.
Ramatoa Ambasadaoro, maneho ny fitaintainan'i Madagasikara ny amin'ny vokatra ny ady any Ukraine eo amin'ny sehatry ny ara-toe-karena. Marina fa miaina fanampy izao tontolo izao, saingy mila mijoro isika, ampiroboroboana ny ho avy tsara kokoa, ary ho an'ireo taranaka faramandimby ary mino izahay fa anana ho avy tsaratsara kokoa isika raha ohatra ka miara-miasa.
Your country, the United States of America, is a great nation with a great people who experience difficult times in consolidating national unity. Like Madagascar, which just celebrated its Independence Day last Sunday, let us continue to strive to live up to the ideals we share.
Ny Etazonia sy ny mponina ao aminy dia firenena lehibe izay efa niatrika zavatra sarotra maro, toa ny Madagasikara ihany izay vao avy nankalaza ny fahaleovantenany tamin'ny alahady lasa teo, ka dia andao isika hanohy hifanolotanana ary hifampizara ao anatin'izao diabe iraisana izao.
To end my speech, and on behalf of the President of the Republic of Madagascar, His Excellency Mr. André Rajoelina, and of the Malagasy government and people, I address our warmest congratulations to the President of the United States of America, His Excellency Mr. Joe Biden, and our best wishes of happiness and peace to the American people.
Hamaranako ny kabariko ary amin'ny anaran'ny filoha-pirenena Andry Rajoelina sy ireo vahoaka malagasy no hiarabako anareo, hiarabako anao Andriamatoa Joe Biden, filohan'ny Etazonia, ary mirary soa indrindra ho an'ny vahoaka Amerikana rehetra.
Sorry to double the time for this, to deliver the speech for the translation on live, to the friendship and solidarity between the United States of America and Madagascar. Thank you for your attention.
Hoela velona anie ny finamanana sy ny firaisan-kina eo amin'ny Etazonia sy Madagasikara. Saotra indrindra tompoko.
Thank you, Excellency.
Ataoko tanteny malagasy moa izy teo satria voninahitry ny firenentsika ny manome voninahitra anty olo-pirenena Amerikana izay nantanteraka ny asany teto Madagasikara ity tsy zava-baovao amintsika akory zany kanefa andao any Madagasikara anio ihany Monsieur John Dunlop raha alina raha tsy diso dia zay ny antony nanaovantsika an'izao fionana anio izao.
I did it in
Dia mavita be tompoko amin'ny asa ataonao manaraka.
I did it in Malagasy because it's a great honor for the government of Madagascar to offer the special honor to an American national, and we want to wish him good luck for his future work and education.
So thank you, His Excellency, for your kind words. Congratulations to our USAID Mission Director, John Dunlap. And thank you also for all you have done for the Malagasy people on behalf of the American people. So I would like to invite you to give a speech, please. Misaotra anao Andriamatoa Minisitra tamin'izay lahateny izay ary miaraba anao Andriamatoa Tale Generalin'ny USAID Madagasikara tamin'izao mari-boninahitra izao ary indrindra tamin'ny zava-bitanao tamin'ny vahoaka malagasy amin'ny anaran'ny vahoaka amerikana. Koa manasa anao ary handray fitenenana tompoko.
His Excellency the Minister and I both have the same problem with microphones and height. Honorable Minister, Madam Ambassador, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This is a tremendous honor. The first time that I came to Madagascar was in 1999 to work on nutrition issues. I was immediately struck by how beautiful the city of Antananarivo was, how beautiful the country was, and how wonderful and kind were the Malagasy people. I vowed that I would come back to spend some real time here, and so I did. In 2018, when my wife Angelique and I first came from Ivato to our home in Ivandri, we could tell that this was going to be a wonderful place to live. Soft was the word that we used that night to describe our first impressions of Madagascar. And indeed, over the past 4 years, our experience has been the most special of our entire career overseas.
Andriamatoa Minisitra, Ramatoa Ambasadaoro, ianareo vahiny manakaja, tompoko lahy sy tompoko vavy. Raisiko tombontsosy voninahitra lehibe ho ahy, ny nandray izao mari-boninahitra izao androany. Ny taona 1977 no nahatongavako voalohany teto Madagasikara, hiasa amin'ny sehatry ny fahalavorariana ara-tsakafo. Nanay tray avy hatrany ny hatsaran'ny tanànan'Antananarivo sy ny hakanton'ny firenena ary ny hatsaram-panahin'ireo vahoaka malagasy. Ny voady ao fa tsy maintsy hiverina ary hipetraka maharitra eto ary dia nataoko izany. Ny taona 2014 ary raha teny an-dalana avy any Ivato, ho eny amin'ny tranonay ny Ivandry, ny tenako sy ny vatoko Angelique, dia fantatray avy hatrany fa toerana mahafinaritra honenana ity tanàna sy firenena misy anareo ity. Malefaka, io no teny nampiasainay tamin'izay alina izay, hamaritana ny fahatsapana voalohany momba ity firenena ity, ary tao aorianan'izay fataonay nipetrahanay teto Madagasikara izay, dia ity fandalovanay teto ity no niavaka indrindra.
I must tell you that this honor is so special. For me, it represents a capstone to the wonderful 4 years that Angelique and I have spent here. It represents the wonderful friends that we have made in the government, in the Malagasy community and the international community, and the wonderful work that the USAID team has done here in pursuit of a healthier ecosystem and a healthier, more prosperous people.
Ary ity mari-boninahitra androany ity dia mari-boninahitra manokana, satria ity no vato fehizoriny 4 taona mahafinaritra nipetrahanay sy Angelique teto. Ity no maneho ireo namana mahafinaritra avy ao amin'ny fanjakana malagasy sy ireo malagasy mpiara-monina ary ireo avy ao amin'ny fiarahamonim-pirenena. Ary ity ihany koa no manamarika ny asa tsara izay vitan'ireo ekipa ao avy ao amin'ny USAID, izay miezaka sy mikatsaka hatrany ny hanatsarana ny tontolo iainana sy hanatsarana ny fiainan'ny vahoaka malagasy.
I leave Madagascar knowing that there are great things to come in the US-Malagasy relationship and confident that USAID and the US government will continue to play a vital role in the development of this beautiful country.
Handao a Madagasikara ny tenako, saingy fantatro fa lehibe noho ny tamin'lasa ny zavatra ho vita Vokatry ny fiara-miasa eo amin'ny Etazonia sy Madagasikara, ary mino aho fa no handray anjara mavitrika amin'ny fampandrosoana ity firenena kanto ity ny USAID.
Mr. Minister, thank you for this tremendous honor. I am genuinely humbled and grateful that the government of Madagascar has seen fit to bestow this honor upon me. I would kindly ask that you transmit my sincerest thanks to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Madagascar, for this honor, and to thank him on behalf of Angelique and myself for his kindness and hospitality.
Andriamatoa Minisitra, misaotra indrindra tamin'ny nanoloranao ahy ity maro-boninahitra ity. Eny-kianja eny-boninahitra ny tenako, tamin'ny nanokana ny fanjakana malagasy fotoana, hanolorana ity maro-boninahitra ity androany. Koa mangataka aho tompoko mba hampitana amin'Andriamatoa filoham-pirenena Jaina ny fankasitrahako feno tamin'ny nanolorana ahy ity maro-boninahitra ity, ary misaotra azy ihany koa izahay mivady amin'ny hatsaram-panahiny sy ny fampiatranonanay teto.
Once again, thank you, USAID Mission Director John Dunlop, for your hard work here in Madagascar, and wish you all the best for your next endeavor. And now I would like to invite Excellencies, Madam Ambassador and Minister of Foreign Affairs, to come to the podium for the traditional toast and the cake cutting ceremony. Mamerina ny fotoana anao, Andriamatoa Taleny, USAID Madagascar, John Dunlop, tamin'ny asa vitanao teto Madagasikara, ary mirarisoanao amin'ny adidina miandry anao indray. Zao kosa dia manasa anareo ampanazana indray, Ramatoa Ambassador sy Andriamatoa Minisitra, hanatanteraka ny fanehoana ny firarian-tsoa sy ny fanapahana ny mofomamy.
To you all, thank you for your patience.
Let us now proceed with the cake cutting. So tika dia hanaraka ny fanapahana ny mofomamy. Thank you, Ambassador Pierangelo and Minister Manjato, for your warm wishes and further strengthening the friendship between our both countries. Misaotra anao, Ambassador Pierangelo sy Andriamatoa Ministra Manjato, tamin'izay firarian-tsoa nataonareo teo maneho hatrany ny finiavana hanamafy ny firalahiana eo amin'ny Madagasikara sy Etazonia izay. So this concludes the official portion of today's celebration. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the U.S. Embassy in Antananarivo, thank you for joining us on this special occasion. We are honored to have you alongside us today. We hope you enjoy yourselves and have a very happy 4th of July. Dia izay ary tokolasy tokovavy no mamarana ny lanonana ofisialy androany amin'ny anaran'ny masivo amerikanina eto Antananarivo dia manantitra hatrany ny fisaorana eram-po eran-tsaina antsika rehetrarehetra namaly izao fanasana izao. Voninahitra lehibe ho anay ny fanotronanareo androany. Manasa anareo hiara-paly mandritra ny toan'ny lanonana ary Happy 4th of July!